Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Nunar podcast. And today we are going to be talking about crises in the Middle East. Now, we just talk about life, what affects us, the stuff around us, really. And today we're going to talk about how the Middle East is, in a certain way, crumbling. But before we get to the crumbling, we have to talk about something that inspires a ceasefire of sorts. So, Syria has been at war since the start of the millennium. Maybe not exactly the start, but pretty much near the start. Definitely since 2001 with the war on terror, but I digress. So there was an earthquake that happened in Turkey and Syria. The base was it started. The first quake was about like 200, 200 kilometers from Gaziantep. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's my estimation. So the area that was affected was Turkey and then Syria. So there, because of what has happened, there was a chance for Syrians to cross over to a more stable part of the country or a part that wasn't affected by the earthquake. There are millions Syrians, nearly a million Syrians left homeless, and the and the Turkish-backed Syrian rebels have agreed to open two border crossings at Bab al Hawa and Bab al Salam, so people will be able to cross there and get out of the blast zone. I mean, this is a yay for world peace, but also it shouldn't have taken a whole war just so that people could safely cross. I mean, I know that's the world we live in, but still, something that something that is very, very not good, not good. Okay, so we're still on the earthquake in Syria. That's main in Turkey and Syria. That's the main focus of today. And for every good, there is a bad. And the bad is the fact that this has also led to scammers to profit off of this tragedy. So, uh, there's a type of there are scams, right? They claim to raise money for survivors who are left without heat or water following this, right? But instead of helping those in need, the scammers are channeling the donations away from the real charities and into PayPal accounts and cryptocurrency wallets. Now, there are some scams here listed, and we're going to just look at each one and rate them from 1 to 10. So, on TikTok Live, content creators can make money by receiving digital gifts. Now they're posting, so now that they can do that, they are posting photos of the devastation and saying, let's help Turkey, pray for Turkey, or donate to earthquake victims. Kind of smart, but also kind of not good. No, it is definitely not good. It's just kind of smart. But you know the real winner here is TikTok, because they take up to 70% of the digital gifts, which means the real scam here is TikTok. Now, another way that people can scam you is by looking for donations via PayPal. I mean, it makes sense why, because PayPal, they're literally sending you the money and you won't get charged a fee. So, and it might not be public. Your transfers might not be public. You could potentially hide your transfers of money. So, again, pretty smart. No, but it's just, why do people do this? Why do people have to steal? Why do they have to scam? Again, I know it's the world we live in, and that's a sad fact. But we can change this. Teddy Roosevelt, for example, one of my top five presidents in the US, he didn't he didn't sit around while monopolies formed. He went across the busting. He busted up on our monopolies. So I think we should bust up these scams, make it harder for people to scam. Not only the truly big brain people could actually scam, but that isn't the point. The point is that we shouldn't let people continue to scam. So now we are going to skip a bit to Iran, a country that was almost dropped out of the World Cup recently because uh, of human rights violations. And by the way, props to beating Wales. That's just props. Props to beating Wales. But anyway, so there's a lady, Sarah Kadem. Kadem? Kadim? Kadim? Khaled? Sarah Kadem. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. One of Iran's best chess players. But she has been exiled for refusing to wear a headscarf. Now, this headscarf thing goes far back, and I could talk about it for a whole episode alone. So, she can't go back to Iran. And the reason is because at an international tournament she refused to wear a headscarf because she was in solidarity with the people who are protesting in Iran. So, I mean, she is not totally screwed though. In fact, this might have helped her a bit because she can stay in Spain because they have a weird rule, the golden visa rule. And if she buys a property that is valued at €500,000 or £442,000 or $536,000, use your conversion rates to know the rest, she can gain residency. So it's not all hope is lost. So I think, let me just go back. So there was this woman, uh, Mahasa Mahasa Amini, and she was killed because she apparently, emphasis on apparently, uh, wore her hijab too loosely, and she was brutally abused by the morality police. So, sorry if there's a truck in the background. Uh, that 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 was that's why there have been protests. That was the reason. So yes, acting in solidarity, that is very good. Now let's go back to the main focus, the earthquake, and a couple of stories. So there's this girl that was rescued after staying 178 hours under the rubble. So for the few of you that uh, can't do the mental maths, that is approximately 7.4 days That's that's over a whole week. That is that is that is oh sorry. That is 7 days and 10 hours, which is honestly astonishing, especially from a young child. And there was this other person, a little boy, who was rescued after 105 hours. Again, that is 4 days, 4 days and 9 hours. Uh, a strong personality this boy has. These are the stories that give you hope in the world. And it also inspires us to keep pushing. People in first world countries who are depressed, maybe they should come here. And I'm not insulting for depression. Don't think of it like that. I'm saying this is the evidence they need that they can pull through. If a little child, if little children can survive for a combined 11 days and 19 hours in rubble without food or water or much heat, then they can pull through. So I'm in solidarity with these two people. I really am. And like to thank them for giving us hope. If I ever become a history teacher, like later in life, and I have to cover the 2020s, I'm gonna talk about these two. I'm gonna use them to inspire this class of hope. A bit of a somber note to end on the first episode. And I don't want you to think that this is going to be as sad as it is. It's going to be more, it gets more jolly, maybe, depending on whether the world gets more jolly. But yeah, sometimes we have to talk about that stuff. Right. So I guess I shall talk to you when I next when we next meet. So until next time,